Hello guys, welcome back to the Monday STAAR review, and we're looking at question number 7. Number 7 says an equation can be used to find the total cost of buying square foot floor tiles to cover an area of floor. Using the table below, find the equation that best represents y, the total cost, as a function of x, the number of square feet to be covered. So they're referencing the table right here with 3 different x values and their corresponding y values. Now the question actually says to find an equation that best represents y as a function of x, which means we are going to get something in the shape or form of y equals a number times x. However, if you closely look at our answer choices, such as in A and in C, you see that actually the opposite is the case, meaning this would represent an equation that represents x as a function of y. Therefore, we are going to eliminate those two because they do not represent one of our possible answers. So anytime x equals something times y, we already know that this represents x in terms of y, and this is not what we're looking for. Now that we have eliminated 2 choices, we can actually go to the calculator and put in the other 2 equations. So let's start with 0.35. So I'm going to type in 0.35x, and I'm going to go to second table. And now we need to look for the 1800 x value. Wow, this is really, really high, and it would probably take forever to scroll down to 1800. To make our life a little bit easier, we can change this really quickly by pressing the second button in the window. And here it says table start. So now I can set my table to start at 1800. Let's go back to second table, and I can check if my corresponding y value is actually 630. Looks like it could be correct. Well, it needs to be true for all 3 values. So again, we're changing our starting x value to start at 2300 this time. So 2300, go back to second graph. And as you can see, for 2300, it also matches with 805. Last but not least, let's check for x equal to 2900 if that produces 1015. Again, second window to change my table start to 2900. Go back to second table, and as you can see, 2900 for x gives me 1015 for y. Therefore, B is the correct answer. If you did not have this convenient option, there's another way of doing it manually. It takes a little bit more work, but nonetheless, it is a valid way of getting the answer. Since neither D nor A have a y-intercept and only a slope, we can actually calculate the slope manually by picking 2 points. So I usually go for the first 2 because I'm kind of lazy. And let's see. I'm going to write out my 2 points because I'm a visual person. The first one is 1800 and 630. And my second point here is 2300 and 805. 805. Then I'm going to label my points. x1, y1, x2, y2. And if you remember, your slope formula is y equals, or m equals, y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now I'm going to plug in my corresponding values. My y2 is 805. My y1 is 630. My x2 is 2300, and my x1 is 1800. So 805 minus 630 is equal to 175, and 2300 minus 1800 gives me 500. Now all that's left to do, since our answer does not show up as a fraction, we actually have to find out what the decimal value is. So this is easy to do. 175 divided by 500, and voila, it is indeed 0.35. So my function would be y equals 0.35x.